Hello, everyone. My name is DylanLasagna, host of the Very Cold Lasagna podcast, and I got a little extra video for all of my listeners and viewers on this late Saturday night regarding WrestleMania. And, well, for all my wrestling fans, more specifically the casual ones, we got some breaking news regarding the location for WrestleMania, not just for this year, but for the next 3 years, actually. So let's get right into it. And this news came out suddenly out of nowhere, like literally on a random Saturday night during the AFC divisional game between the Baltimore Ravens and the Buffalo Bills on NBC. I don't know if it was during a commercial spot, but I saw on Twitter and Instagram that they had a graphic of this as you can see on the screen. Because I was at work. I didn't see it till after work. But anyway, that's besides the point. But here it is. This is official. This is officially official. WrestleMania is going to be back in Tampa, where it was originally supposed to be last year. But due to the pandemic, it was moved to the Performance Center. But this year, WrestleMania in Tampa finally gets its due, its justice. It's makeup WrestleMania, as I like to call it. So, WrestleMania 37 is going to be in Tampa. It's going to be where it was supposed to be last year in Raymond James Stadium, home of the Tampa Bay Bucks. The logo honestly looks much better than last year's. It's like the alt logo that should have been the OG logo. And like last year, it's going to be a 2-night event. So it's once again going to be too big for one night. I'll get into my opinions on that in just a sec. Then for 2022, it's going to be in AT&T Stadium on April 3rd in Arlington, Texas. So for all you Dallas Cowboys fans out there, then you can once again revel in the fact that you can have a WrestleMania in Jerry's World again. And in the wrap-up of WrestleMania locations for this news piece, the WrestleMania that we were supposed to get in 2021 has been pushed back to 2023, so we have to wait another 2 years. WrestleMania in Hollywood, in LA, the Californians will have to wait until 2023 to get its other WrestleMania in SoFi Stadium. So that's unfortunate. I'll link this article down in the description, and then there's also this really cringy video from John Cena, Roman Reigns, Paul Heyman, Sasha Banks, Stephanie, and Triple H called this WrestleMania Report. It was really cringy. And some statements from Florida Governor Ron DeSantis, Tampa Mayor Jane Castor, Arlington Mayor Jeff Williams, and Inglewood Mayor James T. Butts. And, of course, yours truly, Mr. McMahon. And one key thing, actually two key things to note, is that WrestleMania 37 is indeed going to have fans. But WWE, rightfully should, is not going to reveal the details on how they're going to have fans. So good on them, because of course they need time to get these kind of things ready. And I don't know how for WrestleMania week. I don't know how they're gonna do it, because they do access. But how are you going to do access when you got to take in consideration the meet and greets? They got to be social distancing. And it's not going to be as memorable meeting your favorite wrestlers, wearing masks. And it's going to be like an awkward autograph signing or a photo shoot or sorts. And not only that, the attractions like the Elimination Chamber or the live event stuff, the NXT stuff that's sometimes in the access areas. So I don't know how they're going to do that, but I imagine it'd be something much different this year. And then as for the Hall of Fame, I probably imagine that's going to be attended with either no fans or very limited fans, and they're probably going to have the same inductees that they were supposed to induct from last year. So those were your announcements. What are my thoughts on this thing right here? These WrestleManias. Let me start with this. WrestleMania 38. Well, it's going back to Jerry's World. You Dallas Cowboy fans, want to get to revel in mediocrity, with you getting a WrestleMania. I'm just kidding. But okay, yeah, Texas gets another WrestleMania. But sure. But let's talk about WrestleMania 37 and 39 because especially 39 because that's the one I was trying to save up for. But let's first talk about 37 because it's coming up in a couple months, and I actually planned on doing an episode about WrestleMania 37, but now that's kind of out of the can. It's gonna be a 2-night thing, which it's kind of weird. I thought that was just gonna be a one-time thing because of the pandemic, and the fact that they pre-taped it, and they took advantage of the fact that it was pre-taped, but it's gonna be a 2-night thing. I don't know how they're gonna do it. If they stick to the I forgot how many matches were on WrestleMania 36 last year. I think it was around 6 to 8 matches. If they say under seven matches tops, or at least 8 maximum, then it could be okay. It could be an okay 2-nighter. But if it exceeds anything above 8 a night, then yeah, it's not gonna be. Everyone's gonna be gassed on each night. And then not only that, how many fans are gonna be attending in Tampa? Because for Buccaneers games in the regular season, I imagine it was if I remember correctly, it was around 6,500 fans, if I was correct. Let me double check that real quick. For Tampa Bay Bucks games, after week 6, spectator capacity was limited to 25%. So Raymond James Stadium is a 65,000 seat stadium. Let's say 25% of that, I can't do math, so I need my trusty calculator here. That's around 16,000 per game, from week 6 to the end of the regular season for Tampa Bay Bucks games. So I imagine that's how many fans WWE is gonna be aiming for WrestleMania, and that's imagine how much they're gonna be testing all those people, for that. Mania in April. And not only that, are they going to be repeat attendees? And what I mean by that is, are the people that are going on night 1 also going to be attending night 2, or are the people that are going to be attending night 1 they're only allowed to attend night 1? So I don't know what's going to happen there. So that's going to be interesting. That's going to be interesting to pay attention to. So, the how many fans they're going to be how many fans are going to be in attendance. How WWE is going to handle COVID-19 protocols, with social distancing, pre-entrance testing, etc., etc. So it's something that's worth keeping an eye on for the next couple of weeks. As for those of you that are attending, should be keeping an eye on, and for those of you that are attending, I hope that you attend with caution, with health in mind, with safety in mind, and on top of all that, have fun in the most healthy and safe manner possible. Now, to cap off this video, let's talk about WrestleMania 39 because, well, here in California, we have to wait for our WrestleMania once again being delayed, this time even longer, till 2023. But you know what? In all honesty, I'm okay with it. I'm honestly okay with WrestleMania being pushed even further. Even further and further and further. As long as they don't push it further away. It does suck, though. It does suck when it gets delayed because it just means more waiting. But California is still so strict with COVID-19 protocols. I just did not see it happening. Just did not see it hosting Mania in LA this year, and not even in a full house in 2022. I'd only imagine it'd be in a, like, I'd say like half capacity or even like 25%, and damn near Vince, Stan Kroenke, the owner of the Rams, and all the people that built that stadium did not want that to happen. LA didn't want that. No. They want the full house. They want the full house from all over California, all the fans from California to rep in that stadium, in that beautiful stadium that even all the rival teams from the Rams and the Chargers, they want to see that beautiful stadium like have a WrestleMania in a full house. And honestly, having it pushed back till 2023 when hopefully restrictions are said and done with is the best way that they could do it and address it. And not only that, it gives an opportunity for fans to save money. Plan out to what they want to buy at Mania, what they want to see in like sight and see in LA, who they want to meet and greet, access, what event they want to attend, whether it's Mania itself, Raw after Mania, NXT Takeover, the Hall of Fame, whatever. So you got 2 years. Us Californians got 2 years to plan this out. So it's not all that bad. Granted, if we can get out of these restrictions, if we can control ourselves, people, with this pandemic, it's like, how are we still this bad with controlling the pandemic? But I digress. WrestleMania 39, it's a long ways away. And California hopefully will be in a better shape than it is now. And hopefully there'll be full fans in attendance, like a full house for that Mania. And as for the Mania coming up in April, we'll see what happens. We'll see how it goes. I imagine to wrap all this up, the first thing that WWE is going to be looking at is how the NFL handles the Super Bowl with fans, with protocols, it's literally the culmination of how the NFL has been handling the pandemic. WWE is going to be keeping a close eye on the Super Bowl in a couple of weeks to see how they can prepare for WrestleMania when it comes to testing fans for COVID, making sure they're socially distant, wearing masks, whether to keep them in the stands of the stadium and off the floor, like no floor seats. It's gonna be a lot to do, a lot of planning. It's gonna be a lot to do. So we'll see in a couple of weeks. We'll see in a couple of months. See how they do it. This is gonna be the first live event with some kind of fans, again, albeit limited fans. And in my opinion, will this be the only event with fans this year? I probably think so. And that's because, well, we're still dealing with the pandemic, and they're still distributing the vaccine to select, like healthcare, the more essential people, elderly, healthcare frontline workers. So it's still a slow roll on properly handling the COVID-19 pandemic. So even with WrestleMania having a limited capacity, don't expect fans at any point, like outside of WrestleMania. So once WrestleMania is all said and done with, WWE is going straight back to the Thunderdome. So that's that. But anyway, that's it for this very cold lasagna extra. What do you guys think about WrestleMania being in Tampa, being in Texas, being in LA in 2021, 2022, and 2023 respectively? Let me know in the comments below. And always keep that very cold lasagna cold in the fridge with those opinions and takes on sports and wrestling. Very cold. Anyway, everyone, I am DylanLasagna, your host of Very Cold Lasagna. Make sure you are subscribed to this channel. Turn on the notification bell. Listen to me on Spotify and Anchor, and hopefully Apple Podcasts coming soon. Follow me on Twitter, and I will catch you all in the next one. Take care.